Good morning. I'm gonna give this a minute. This curtain behind me? Well, number one, good morning. Yeah, that's going on. Let me try to fix that. Oh yeah, that's way better. All right. Is this curtain weird? It kind of feels like I'm in like a club, like a weird club. Let me fix this. It's like a, like a club. Go right here. Let's get out from it. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's better. Oh, but you can see my face more. The bad lighting was kind of good there. Oh, no filter. Ugh. All right, good morning. Abigail Klutz here. I am in Shreveport, Louisiana, and I just was sitting here in the lobby looking around, and I think so often like we get in our little bubble. Hey Sarah, hey Dave, drop me a 1. Guys, if you're watching this live, let me know if you watch the replay later with a 2. But so I came out to the lobby to just really, I was thinking about intermittent fasting. I just started looking around at people's plates here. And when I travel, I notice this so much more. Just the American diet and why people are overweight. And it's like skin. It's like I see so clearly why we are the way we are as a society. And like I'm watching this play, these 2 older people, they have, hey Sarah, they have muffins, they have a waffle with syrup on it, and then they have a big bowl of fruit and orange juice. I'm like, what do we give a diabetic when they go down with low blood sugar to spike their insulin? A cup of orange juice or a piece of fruit? Like, what are we doing with all of this sugar and garbage, insulin spiking to our bodies? Like, that is why we're fat as a society. Like, we are. If you look at the charts, we're like #1 fat. It's not about being fat either. It's the medications we're on and the diseases we're having. And if you just walk into, a lobby, like when they serve the breakfast, you can see why. You can see the options available. When I'm on an airplane and I look at what is offered, it's like pretzels or crackers, or they have these new cookies now. It's just like, it's processed junk. And so, I remember when I used to train clients, I actually did do a lot of men training back in the day, and a lot of them were CEOs, and they were traveling. They were traveling a lot. And I just remember, I was in my 20s, and they would say, well, I can't get the diet right because I travel. And it was always an excuse for people who traveled. It's really the same concept as a woman saying to me, well, I have 3 kids, or I'm a mom, or like, pick your excuse, because the food is always going to be there, and the choices can be very limited. And the thing that I love about the lifestyle I'm on is I no longer conform to a set of rules. I'm not measuring my food. I'm not tracking my calories on an app. That would be really hard to do traveling. It would be really hard to do with 3 kids. Here's the thing. I'm not working out today, so I'm not putting carbs in my body. I don't need that extra fuel source. When I work out, I earn my carbs. That's just my rule. Every now and then I'll slip, but I know that is where people go wrong and they get overweight. We were talking about a mixer last night with a room full of people in Shreveport, and I think the best illustration is to look at cars. I have my Tesla at home, and every night I plug that baby into its charger, and when it's done charging, it stops. It's efficient. It runs off electricity. It's clean, never smell gasoline, never have any dripping going on in my garage anymore. And you think about a car, and a car runs off gasoline. What happens if you put too much gasoline in that car? It just spills over, okay? And it stinks and it makes a mess. And that is what is so much easier to do with eating way too many carbohydrates. So I'm always trying to teach people about the concept of biohacking, but we know that fats bring more satiation. You tend not to overeat. Your body utilizes them, but you can't also be putting in carbohydrates, or you're going to have the basic American. A spillover, unhealthy. Dr. Heather is on. I don't even want to go into the science because she's watching me and that makes me nervous. But, Dr. Heather, here's the point. I want to just take you through what I saw this morning. I'll just name it for you. Fruit, waffles, sugared yogurt, muffins, cereal, biscuits, croissants, juice, syrup, more fruit, eggs, sausage, and potatoes. Okay? So, I decided to eat. I usually don't eat in the morning. I usually just do my keto cream. Okay? That's disgusting. I'm telling you, this is the most disgusting piece of processed meat I've ever had. So, I'm not going to eat that. Eggs. I think they may have came out of a box. They were disgusting as well. There are no Pop-Tarts here. But here's my saving grace, and here's where you don't have an excuse. And this is how I've been living the last 3 years. And honestly, I've probably traveled than most travelers out there. Truly, your traveling is not an excuse. I'm probably leaner than I've ever been, and I haven't tracked a macro, I haven't tracked a calorie. I've gotten less time in the gym than I have in the last decade. And I've maintained my muscle, and I've maintained the size that I want, and I feel cognitively amazing. And so here was my saving grace this morning, and this is old school package, but Dr. Heather and I ran out because we gave a lot away, and so we've been using old school, and we both have our shipments coming in. The new one has collagen in it, which is awesome for your hair, skin, and nails. But coming out here and seeing, I had no options for the way that I want to live and I want to feel. And when I look around at what's being eaten, I can tell you the result. Listen, if you want to make a change and you don't want to feel like everyone else feels or look like everyone else looks, you may have to eat and live differently. But it's rewarding and it feels amazing. I don't mean that arrogantly, but I'm a coach. I just tell you the way it is. If you want change, you're going to have to do something different than what everyone around you is doing. So if you want to look at your peer group and eat like them and look like them and feel like them and be in the doctor's visits with them, that's fine. If you want to change the way it's going right now and biohack and reverse what's about to happen eating this way, then you'll take a different road. And when you get results, people will suddenly start asking what you're doing. And some of them won't be willing to do it. But right here, keto cream, satiating. If I didn't have this, yeah, I would have had a problem this morning. But I'm a biohacker and I come prepared. Yesterday, I drank my keto cream on the way to the airport. And then I got to the airport and I didn't have time to grab any food. That was okay. I was still satiated. And then later on the airplane, they were offering me junk, and I asked them for Perrier water, and I mixed in my ketones. More satiation, more fuel, more energy, muscle preservation, and that's what I drink. And then last night, after our presentation at 9 o'clock, I went and I got a steak with butter and artichoke dip and asparagus and Caesar salad, and I had a big fat protein meal. I didn't work out, so I didn't put any carbs. Woke up today, I could see my abs. I like living that way. Other necessities when you're traveling, it's really easy to get wiped out of electrolytes. And I always, when I travel, just load up on Airborne and vitamin C. And right here, I get this off of Amazon. It's called Light Show. It's for rapid rehydration, because when you're in the air and you're traveling and you're drinking ketones, we can go down fast with dehydration or not having enough salts. Even though ketones are salts, that's different. That's a different type, okay? When you're taking therapeutic exogenous ketones, you still need salt. Now, I was asked a lot last night, well, what happens if I eat carbs? Can I still take ketones? Hello, look at my life, all right? If I were to go into the weight room and work out, then my rule of thumb is I can have a carb meal after that, and then I shut it back down. And that's just, it's simple to just have a few paradigms in your life and not all this obsessiveness. Unless you've got an extreme goal, then be obsessive. I once was, loved it. It's just not that season of my life anymore. But absolutely. Part of America, like, we're finally catching on that we need to cut the carbs. Not here, but we're finally catching on to that. And so what a lot of people are doing is they're going low carb, but they're still scared of fats. Politically, fats have been demonized, and people are scared to pick up their fats. So think about it. Your body is a car. You've taken your carbs down, and what fuel are you putting in? Like, if you're scared to eat a tablespoon of butter or coconut oil or avocados or heavy fat dressing, then you definitely need a fuel source coming in. Does that make sense? I don't want to do the ketogenic diet. I don't want that restriction in my life. I don't want to say no to that piece of cake once a week. I feel like my body responds really well after I lift weights to putting carbohydrates in. I would never produce my own ketones endogenously, if that makes sense. Because for me to produce my own ketones, I have to be very strict, very on point with the ketogenic diet. I have to bring my protein down, and I just feel better with higher protein. I can't put carbs in. By the way, I'm a type A personality. I'm very red. I'm like this a lot and don't realize it. That's stress. Like, stress level is high. That knocks you out of ketosis. Like, there's no chance like, if I had a medical issue, if I have a disease, I know exactly what I would need to do, and it would be to get my body into ketosis endogenously. But even all the people that I know doing that, they'll be knocked out one day, and they need to supplement with exogenous ketones, because everybody likes the euphoric feeling, the mental feeling, all the benefits that it brings, tag side along with that. And I don't know why that's so controversial. Like, any bodybuilder trying to build muscle in the gym knows your body produces endogenously creatine, but if you're putting that wear and tear on it, even if you're eating perfect, exogenous creatine is going to be a great thing for you to supplement with as well. It's the same conversation. It's a bioidentical compound you're taking from the outside and putting it into what your body would naturally make if you were in a state of ketosis. So more is better. More keto cream, more coffee is going to be better for me because I've only had a little bit. So we're not slurring this morning. But yeah, traveling, it's not an excuse. I got off on the airplane. Oh, and I got a little salami and cheese tray. I ate more salami than cheese just because I kind of do low dairy, but I did. It's easy. It's so easy to travel and maintain when you have fuel sources in your bag to just pop in, maintain the appetite suppression, keep the mind strong. That's all we need. Our body has so much on reserve, guys. Listen, you don't need to eat that much. Your body has a lot on reserve. Okay, it really does. We're getting ready on Sunday to start our reboot, where you're really gonna see 60 hours of just putting in great nutrients like ketones, bone broth, collagen, magnesium, stuff like that. Like, you don't need much to live and to feel amazing. Your body will take care of itself. So to just be able to go about your day and, you know, if there's not good options in front of you, you refrain, and you don't have to be obsessive about it because you feel hangry. You can take ketones and you can stabilize those hormones, you can feel suppressed, and you can just keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. So anyway, just wanted to, I just was waking up looking around at the options going, it's simple. I just don't eat that, and I come prepared with a few packs, and for 3 years it's been just easy traveling around. And so people say, no, I travel, it's just really hard for me to get there. No, not at all. All right. So, okay, thanks for joining in this morning. Yes, I'm so excited to do the reboot with you guys. Hey, Sarah. Hey, guys. Hi, Lisa Harvey. Yeah, oh, hey, I am going to head out to, anyone can do this. Anybody can do this. It's just the uneducation. People aren't educated. If you don't want to spill over, don't eat it. If you don't work for it, don't eat it. I think, so next week, or the 22nd, I'm going to go and do a workshop in Dallas. Oh, no. The 22nd, I'm coming into Tulsa, Oklahoma, on the 23rd, Muskogee, and on the 24th, Dallas. So if you're in any of those areas or surrounding areas and you want to come out to a biohacking workshop where we talk about lifestyle and hacks and things like that, stop giving me angry faces. Well, jeez. If you want to come out and hear those, hit me up. We'll get some flyers out, but it's a fun conversation. We're here having it in Shreveport. The stories I heard last night, like, you can give a lot of hearts for me. The stories in Shreveport of people who have started drinking this, unbelievable. We had 3 type 2 diabetics share their stories. Unbelievable transformations, unbelievable journeys with this when they just felt at rope's end with the medical side and what they were doing. So, not a medical doctor, so before I get any further in this rabbit hole, I will get off. Hey, Chelsea, you should check this out. It's Mama's Happy Drink right here. So, all right, guys, I am gonna go put my face on and get ready for the day.